get a tattoo of John.
Podcast is live.
Woo! Yay! Welcome! Alright, so I'll go ahead and do the little introduction here before we get started. We probably don't have any people watching at the moment, so we'll wait till a few people show up and then we'll get right into it, I guess.
Okay.
Let's go around and introduce ourselves first. Hello, I am Shawn, making my long-awaited return to the scene, I guess you could say.
He is Shawn McMahon.
Shawn McMahon.
Yes. I am your, I guess, owner and operator, your founder of the YouTube Wrestling Coalition. And if you hear my dog barking in the background, that's probably going to be a common theme with me talking here today.
It's always a common thing.
Yes, it is a trademark that I have. So, yes, we are marking our territory in the WWE 2K land of YouTube, I guess you can say. We're starting off with WWE 2K16, and then we'll probably transfer over to the new game, which comes out in whenever it comes out.
I probably won't be able to get it right away. I'll get it as soon as I possibly
Neither will this guy, because, hey, guess what? Money is very important. And, yeah, there they go again.
Also hurts you when you don't have a console to be able to even play it on. So.
Yeah, those parts, yeah, those will be pretty difficult. So, for now, for a while anyways, we'll be on 2K16. And, so yeah, I am Shawn. I will be your, the main guy that runs the whole thing, or the guy that came up with the idea of this.
Shawn.
And I'll also be your general manager of NXT, so I'll be running the show down there.
Unless I am blind, you don't have Colin Cassidy on your main roster. All I see is.
Well, that indeed. Well, thanks for bringing that up. I don't
Yes, he
have
does.
that.
No, I don't
Number
see it.
15. Look at number 15. Are you
Oh.
blind?
Yeah, I am blind. Well, it was.
Well, you just made me blind because I didn't see it.
It wasn't. It wasn't in the bees. I was looking in the bees because he hasn't.
Okay, here's what I went on the game and I just went down the name and it was still Colin Cassidy on there, which that's what he was, and now they just call him Big Cass, so that's why it's not in the bees, is because his real name, well, it's real but not real name, is Colin. So yeah, that's why he's there. So anyways, we got that situation out of the way. I'll go ahead and we'll introduce here the other two guys in the stream. Obviously, the host of the stream, Mr. Seth Cole himself.
Yeah, which means the stream's in peril because of my internet.
Haha. So
Trent,
Seth,
can you hear us now?
Yay! Okay, so Seth, he will be the commissioner of Smackdown, which basically means the role that he plays is he will be booking the Smackdown shows with all of the guys that he has on his roster.
Oh, yeah.
And then his general manager will be Dylan Young, but sadly Dylan cannot join us here today for reasons that are because he is out of town. He's out of the office today, I guess you can say.
He's on sick.
So that is your, he's on sick, but he's not getting paid. No one's getting paid here. So anyways, that's your SmackDown side of things. Now over to the Raw side of things, where our commissioner of Raw will be Trent Dunham. Is he here in the call now?
He's in the call. Oh, he can hear us. Yes!
There he is. Okay, we can hear him. He can hear us. Life is good. Trent will be the commissioner of Raw, which means he'll have the same duties as what Seth does, which means he'll book the episodes of Raw. for Mr. Michael Norman, the general manager of Raw, to do. Michael, you there?
He's there, but he's muted.
Ah, okay. So, yes, Michael Norman is here, but he
Michael,
is...
unmute your mic. Hang on.
He's talking to somebody, I think.
Yes.
There we go. Now he's back.
So, that's our management, I guess you can say, for the NNSCRA YouTube Wrestling Coalition. So, I think, guys, if you're ready to go, I think we're ready to get this bad boy underway here anytime soon.
Sounds good.
When Michael, when he gets back in, we'll be ready to start it up.
I don't know if you want to leave that up as a shared screen, Shawn, and you want me to put up the
Rules.
Yeah, the rules. I can put that up on my screen if you want.
I actually do have the rules on a paint tab down here,
Same
so I
here.
can just bring it up like that.
Okay, that works.
So, yeah. Okay, so in the meantime, before Michael gets back, we're going to go ahead, we're going to explain, or I will explain, the official rules of how this is all going to work. And actually, that makes it a lot easier going in full screen. So, before we get the whole draft thing underway, the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be holding a random.org drawing, which will determine which brand will receive the first overall pick. Now, we are not going to be doing this like it was in real life where, oh, hey, SmackDown got 2 picks, Raw got 3, and did it that way. No, we're actually doing it like they used to do where it's just one brand gets 1 pick, every other, that system instead of the new one that was stupid.
Yep, doing it the old-fashioned way.
So, yeah, we are doing it the way they did back in the ruthless aggression era of WWE. So yeah, whoever wins the coin toss, or not the coin toss, it was coin toss, but I changed it to random.org just today, so just to make things more simpler, I guess. So whoever loses that coin toss will actually get the benefit of choosing whether they want to have the Divas or the Cruiserweights exclusive to their brand. So let's say Raw wins the random.org drawing, they get the first overall pick, and then SmackDown would get to choose whether they want the Cruiserweight division or the Women's division on their brand, and then the opposite brand will receive, whichever one they don't pick. So that'll be all before we get underway. So once we finally get underway, we'll have things set up. Whoever gets the first pick will pick. You have 30 seconds to make your pick. I will have a stopwatch on my phone. I will set it to 30 seconds. And once that stopwatch hits 30 seconds and you have not made a pick, then your pick is deemed void, and we'll automatically go to the next brand for their pick. A couple of requirements, and actually, I messed up there. This is actually the older rules. Hold on one second, because I don't have something on here that I told you guys about.
Yep. It's cool.
yWc. There we go. It's being slow. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's go. Where's the full screen? Full screen, full screen. There we go. Okay. So here, there's going to be a couple of requirements as far as drafting certain people. And the first one is each brand must pick a tag team within their top 3 overall picks. So let's say Raw picks a superstar, just a singles competitor first, and they pick another singles competitor second. They must pick a tag team third. So, a tag team could go first overall. They could go second overall. It has to be within the top 3 picks of each brand, and it must be in the top 6 picks overall between both brands. Also, another requirement is that, yes, each brand must pick at least one NXT superstar or diva within their top 10 overall picks. So it's basically like the tag teams, except the horizon is expanded a little bit, and it's the top 10 that you must draft an NXT person. There is going to be a time limit to this, I guess you can say, but we should get all the draft picks done in an hour and a half. If not, then we'll probably do some off the air type of thing, like they did in real life. And also, at the conclusion, once the draft is over, once we have all the picks, both brands can negotiate trades. Now, this negotiation period will last 15 minutes.
Your audio just went south a little bit.
Thanks for interrupting. Can you guys still hear me, though?
Yep.
Yeah. It's just a little bit sluggish, but yeah, we can still hear you.
All right. So like I said, to the negotiation period is 15 minutes. If you guys want to trade, or if you want to, trade a certain superstar over to SmackDown from Raw to SmackDown, then you guys can argue that out, and you guys both brands must come to a solidarity agreement.
I am
and
ready.
then I will make the final decision of making that trade official. So, without further ado, those are basically the rules. I mean, it's pretty cutthroat and dry and simple. So, I think we are ready to get this bad boy going.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, here are a look at all of the people, all of the rosters, all of the main roster people on the left. You have your cruiserweights, the Divas division, then the NXT superstars are there, and then over here on the way right, that's where I'll be typing in who goes to which brand. So,
Shawn, are you gonna send us a list? Are you guys you're gonna resend us a list of our brands, right? When this is done.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yes, I will do that.
I do have one question.
Okay. We'll take this period to ask or answer. I'll take this period to answer any questions. So, what do you have, Seth?
As far as hang on.
That timing.
Pretty bad. Yeah, really bad timing actually. So, should we do this like the numbers be between 1 and 100, or like 1 and 10 to make it easier?
Do 1 and 10 to make it easier.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh, Shawn, you sound really bad right now.
Do I really?
Yeah, well, it's not that you sound bad. It's just you remember how we used to make fun of Trent for Mecha Trent? That's pretty much your Mecha
Yeah. That's pretty much how it sounds.
You're Mecha Shawn right now.
Yeah.
Oh yay! That's always a great thing.
Your screen's not lagging, but your mic is. I think it's only because you're sharing screens. So why don't you let us take a screenshot, and then you just go and then a screenshot of the list, and then you can maybe I don't know, see if you can not share screens.
Well, if it gets like really bad, then we can do that, and then we can just go from there.
We can still understand you. I mean, it's not too terribly bad.
No, you still hear. Sorry about that. I had to bring my dogs upstairs with me. But the question I was going to ask was, as far as the whole thing of determining which brand gets the cruiserweights and which gets the divas, does that mean that whatever brand gets cruiserweights can only draft cruiserweights, cannot draft divas, and vice versa?
That's actually a good question that I didn't bring up. You'll draft the entire division of cruiserweights automatically.
Okay. That's what I was wondering already.
Yeah. Yep. So you'll draft all 11 of the cruiserweights, and then then the other brand will get all the divas instead of just doing them individually. So that'll take care of all of them. So it makes it quicker. All right. So once again, just let me know if my audio just gets really out of whack. Then we can just go to an alternative.
No, you're still understandable. So.
Okay, that's the main priority. So anyways, I think we're going to get this underway. The number is going to be between 1 and 10. Since Seth, you are all by your lonesome here. Dylan is not with you, unfortunately, today. You'll have the honor of picking the number that you want first. So it's between 1 and 10.
All right.
First draft pick.
Let's go with 2.
All right. So Seth will pick 2. Raw, what do you pick for the number?
See, Seth went low, so I'll go high. I'll say 7.
Okay, so 2 for Seth and Smackdown. Trent and Michael have 7, and the number is 9. So Raw will receive the first draft pick, which means Seth, Smackdown, you get to choose whether you want the Cruiserweight division on your brand or the Divas division on your brand.
All right. Well, prior to coming on here and everything, General Manager Dylan Young did leave me some notes of things that were choices he would make, and so therefore, following one of his choices, SmackDown will be taking the Divas division.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Well, we lost out on the Divas division, Trent.
Yeah, the Divas will be exclusive to SmackDown. None of them will be on Raw. The Cruiserweights will be on Raw, just like they are in real life, or they will be. So, we got that out of the way. We are ready. Or actually, hold on one second. I gotta pull up the stopwatch. We are now ready to get this draft underway with Raw having the first pick. I will give you guys a 10-second heads up of how long you have left to make your pick, but honestly, in the first few rounds, the first few picks should not be too terribly, hard to make. So, once I press start, you guys may begin to pick your first overall draft pick. So here we go. Raw's on the clock.
All right. So I was talking with Trent with this earlier. We're gonna go with a team for the first draft pick of Monday Night Raw, and we're gonna draft the Club.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Club is the first pick.
Club, the first overall pick. That is Styles, Gallows, and Anderson. Once again, we are not. I guess I didn't say this before, but tag teams will not be getting split up. They will all stay as tag teams. So the Club is not going to be breaking up. The Wyatts will not be broken up. They'll all be just one faction. So very interesting. For the first overall pick, the Club will be going to Raw. So this now goes over to SmackDown with its first pick of the draft. And
all right, so
you're on the clock.
All right, we're gonna counter the faction of the Club going to Raw. We're gonna counter that. We're gonna bring the New Day over to SmackDown.
Wow, I did not expect this to happen. This is fun.
It's all in
But
strategy.
the tag teams have been picked for the first overall picks for both brands. The Club on Raw, the New Day on SmackDown. So they got the requirements out of the way for the top 3. So, for the tag teams being in the top 3, so they won't have to worry about that now. So now we're going to head back over. What?
Yeah, me and Trent are gonna go back and forth, so he's picking next for Raw.
Okay. So now we will go once again back over to Raw, and you guys are on the clock for your second overall pick.
Alrighty. I don't want to pick the obvious choice for Raw, but to counteract Seth with the New Day, we're not going to get the good guy. We're not going to get the bad guy. We're going to get the guy. Raw gets Roman Reigns.
Man.
Alrighty. Roman Reigns will be exclusive to Raw with his second overall pick. I'm back over to Seth. Seth, you're on the clock for your second pick.
All right, good pick with Roman Reigns, but you're not going to be getting all 3 members of the Shield because the Lunatic Fringe is coming to SmackDown. Dean Ambrose.
Alrighty, big time counter there. haymakers being thrown left and right between the two brands. So
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose selected second overall by Seth and Dylan's Smackdown. Now we head once again back over to Raw with its third overall pick.
Well,
And you guys are on the
Sith.
clock.
I called him Sith. Yep. See, that's how much. Okay. Anyways, Seth may have gotten Dean Ambrose from us, but 2 out of 3 of the Shield ain't that bad. So Raw's pick number 3 will be a Seth of our own, Seth Rollins.
Alrighty, Seth Rollins. So not a very big surprise to see all 3 former members of the Shield picked very early on here in the
Man,
draft.
it's a shame that your main event each week's going to have to be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
That is why this is interesting. So now back over to SmackDown with Seth and not here Dylan for its third
Seth
overall.
Not here, Dylan.
Well, all my picks so far have been picks that Dylan's giving me suggestions. I'm going to go out and get a pick of my own. I got a question for you guys. How you doing? Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy, bring him to SmackDown.
Good.
All right, Enzo and Cass, how you doing? Heading over to SmackDown exclusively. So yeah, we could definitely be seeing Enzo and Cass in the New Day potentially feuded out for the tag team championships.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. Couple of team.
Couple of haters.
Couple of haters. All right, now back over to Raw as we segue after the plug of the Enzo and Cass.
Yep.
Head back over to Raw with its 4th overall pick.
Well, I don't know who Seth was saying how you doing to because you can't see the guy. So Rod, next pick will be John Cena. Because if I don't do it, Michael will do it.
John Cena still on. Well, he was actually drafted to SmackDown in real life, but now he's going to be here on Raw in the yWc.
So now we have Roman Reigns versus John Cena.
Ooh.
And the club can
Dream matches here, guys. Dream matches.
And the club
that
can also
WWE
beat up
Creative.
John Cena.
WWE Creative doesn't want to do these dream matches that we could be potentially doing. So.
So we gotta have So we gotta come up with some originality that they won't do.
Okay, so back over to Seth and Dylan's SmackDown with its 4th overall pick.
Oh, if only there was a way that you could personal message each other on Google Hangouts. But the Wyatt family is the next draft pick for SmackDown.
Ow. Seth is bringing a bat, and he is swinging it with the tag team divisions here today.
You didn't. Why did you not take? You say yeah to Wyatt family now, but you didn't when you actually made a pick.
Because John Cena, man.
No, I'm happy. Oh, I see who's.
I thought you were gonna do it, Michael. I thought you were gonna do it.
No, it was your pick. All right. See, Trent's mad because he gets to miss out on Natalia because we don't get the Divas division. So our pick number 5. To keep up with the tag team. We're gonna take the Dudley Boys.
Ooh.
Interesting. All right.
A little extreme over on Raw, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Things are about to get woody over on Raw. The Dudleys, 5th overall, surprisingly enough. Now back over to SmackDown with its 5th overall pick.
All right, so I made a couple of picks for myself. Time to go back to one of Dylan Young's suggestions. Kevin Owens. We're going to draft him.
Okay. I was wondering when his name's going to be brought up. Kevin Owens will be on the SmackDown. Back over to Raw with its 6th overall pick.
That was a good pick with Kevin Owens. We're gonna go with a good pick of ours as well. Raw will choose Kurt Angle.
Ooh, good thing I already have a Kurt.
Wow.
Yep. Kurt Angle will be a part of this, unfortunately. It was rumored that he possibly, WWE was talking to him of, wanting to come back, but obviously he probably declined. But in the yWc, anything's possible. And luckily enough, WWE 2K16 does have Kurt Angle on it, so Kurt Angle will be on Raw.
We'd have to download it, which I already did.
Yes. Anyways, back over to SmackDown. Seth and Dylan SmackDown with their 6th overall pick.
So you got Kurt Angle. Maybe if our brands meet up in a pay-per-view, we could have a WrestleMania rematch, because SmackDown's drafting Brock Lesnar.
Woo!
Damn it.
Wondering when he was going to hear
Alright.
his name, and there it was. Bork Laser selected by SmackDown.
Bork Laser.
Trent, turn your camera on.
And he can do all the drugs he wants here because, you know, it's a video game and it's all fiction. So anyways, back over to Raw. It's 7th overall pick.
We're gonna do
We got some-
the newest. We're gonna do the newest draftee to Monday Night Raw in real life. Raw is going to pick Finn Balor to complete the club, technically.
Seen that one coming. Finn Balor, he's getting drafted to Raw in real life. Now drafted 7th overall to Raw. Well, it's not 7th overall, but Raw's 7th overall pick. Back over to SmackDown yet again with their 7th overall pick.
Well, we got Kevin Owens, so we're going to bring Sami Zayn over to SmackDown as well.
Ooh, thinking about the rivalry.
You bet.
All right.
The rivalry shall live here in the Y.
I'll be trying to think of the same thing for this next one. A certain creature, maybe.
Back over to Raw with their 8th overall pick.
Our 8th overall pick. Let's see.
We got some pretty big names on there.
Well, yeah, but I gotta go with the obvious choice. He's a slippery, slithering snake. We're gonna go with the Viper, Randy Orton.
Okay, good. Glad we were on the same page.
All right, Randis Kendall Orton. I don't even know if that's his middle name or not.
Randall
Keith.
Randall. Oh, I was so close. I totally guessed that too. But anyways, Randy Orton is on Raw. Get back over to SmackDown with number 8.
All right, let's bring in a guy that I think actually I could see in some rivalries with some of the guys we've drafted. Let's bring over Rusev, the Bulgarian Brute.
Thank God, because
Bulgarian Brute himself.
Rusev.
And I would like to remind both of you guys that you still, within your next 2 picks each, have to pick someone from the NXT roster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
I was actually going to do the next turn.
That has to be done before your 10th pick. So we're now back over to Raw.
It's my
Raw
turn
with its
now.
All right,
9th
number
pick.
9, we are going to take the Vaudevillains.
What?
Okay. Trying to get the tag team division on Raw a little bit more.
My second favorite tag team.
So the Vaudevillains on Raw. Back over to SmackDown with its 9th pick.
All right, we're going to take our pick from NXT right now for pick number 9. It's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh.
Shinsuke.
I don't know, Shinsuke.
The king of strong style.
Yes, he is probably my favorite wrestler
Brad, are you
right
looking at
now
the
because
same-
he
are you
is.
looking at the
Yeah,
same
same here.
person? Are you looking
He
at
is
the-
absolutely phenomenal.
Are you looking at the same person I am from NXT right now?
Hopefully.
You
Back
know,
over to number 10. You guys have to pick someone from NXT for this pick.
you might be.
And I already got the perfect choice to counteract Seth SmackDown's pick for Shinsuke Nakamura. We are going to pick Samoa Joe for Raw.
No.
How did I know that's who you were going to pick?
Trent,
Seeing
I
that
was
one coming.
totally thinking
Samoa
Bobby-
Joe, the current
Don't forget to put the space.
champion, has
I
now
was
been called up
totally-
to the main roster.
I was totally
Well,
thinking to pick Bobby Roode.
Shut up, Michael.
Whoa, that's all.
And now we head over to
No, we can only-
Seth's
we can only pick one
SmackDown
from
with
NXT.
its 10th overall pick. And once again, NXT now is off limits since you guys picked from there already.
Oh, okay.
All right, we are going to go with the Swiss Superman, Cesaro.
Yes, the Mr. Pipe Bomb himself. New Mr. Pipe Bomb after that vicious shoot promo he did at the end of the draft. So hopefully that'll open the eyes of WWE and saying, hey, this guy needs to be pushed to the top. And maybe he'll be pushed to the top on SmackDown. Who knows? Back over now to Raw with its 11th overall pick, because we're now finally getting into the double digits.
All right, Monday Night Raw is going to draft. What is he? A 7-time Intercontinental Champion, I think. Raw is going to take Mr. Y2J, Chris Jericho.
I thought it was a 9-time champion.
I thought it was
I don't remember.
more than 7.
I thought it was a lot, because it is a lot.
I thought it was a
Drink
lot.
it in, man. Drink it in. You stupid
Sean's
idiot.
right.
Raw with the
Yes.
gift of
And
Jericho.
you guys, and you're a stupid idiot for not knowing that. So, anyways, here we go. Back over to SmackDown.
I
with
want to
its
say before you
11th pick.
start the clock, I want to say this: Chris Jericho is the only person to get stupid idiot over on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. All right. Well, if this were real life, I wouldn't be drafting him. But since this is virtual reality, we're gonna take the Big Show.
Good, you can have him.
Thank you.
He likes him anyways.
Maybe he might be the former monster that he was before back in the early 2000s. Or will he be the Big Slow? We're going to have to wait and see.
We can draft his former tag team partner.
Well, you know what? Since it's Raw's turn, since Seth got the Big Show, we're gonna get the big guy of our own. Raw gets Ryback.
Ryback.
So, okay, before we head on to SmackDown again, what's the deal with Ryback? Did he get, suspended or
Ryback,
fired?
No, I think Ryback asked to be released.
Yeah, he has to be released. He wanted out.
Technically, I don't think Ryback should be on this list, even though he's in the game.
Yeah, no.
We might do an angle where Ryback just gets completely, he puts over so many guys and he just quits. I don't know. But he'll be on Raw for now.
We'll figure that out.
But again, Seth's pick, number 12.
Oh, Michael, you were thinking around the same line I was. 2005, we've got the Big Show. Let's get his former tag team partner, Kane.
All right, so SmackDown with the two.
I like Kane on SmackDown.
With the two old pokes that are,
Hey, put them together. They can revive.
And heck, who knows? Maybe someone can make a Shaquille O'Neal character on there, and we can have the Big Show versus Shaq.
Oh
yes. Hey, they're working on it for WrestleMania.
Yep. Do not.
Probably gonna happen because that celebrities are untouchable in WWE. So.
I just thought.
All right, back over to Raw with Unlucky, number 13. Or is it Lucky
Unlucky 13? Pick 13 for Monday Night Raw will be. He's actually a very strong competitor in my universe mode before I have to restart it for this. And that is, to make him great again, Raw will draft Darren Young.
Oh,
wow.
Unfortunately, Bob Backlund
will not be with them.
Is not with him because
I can download Bob
that's the whole reason why Darren Young is
with the chicken wing.
I can download Bob Backlund and make him his manager.
There we go. Problem solved. Okay. Darren Young on Raw with number 13. Now over to SmackDown with its Unlucky 13.
Well, I hope it's not unlucky because he's a former Royal Rumble winner. He won the largest Royal Rumble in history. We're going with Alberto Del Rio. I can't roll the R. Shoot.
Alberto Del
Rio. I honestly think he is one of the most underrated guys right now.
Agree.
He is
I'm gonna message
really
you.
good.
You're not on Skype anymore, are you?
Maybe, hopefully, he'll make an impact.
Okay, I didn't even see it.
Okay, I'm messaging you on Skype this one.
All right. They are in the talks of their next pick number 14 for Raw. We're getting down to the line here. We're probably about halfway, I would think, at this point.
Well, yeah, this next one is pretty unanimous. He's a pretty up-and-coming guy, and he is pretty over as the lone wolf. Raw will pick Baron Corbin.
All right, Baron Corbin. Hopefully.
At this point, I'm gonna beg SmackDown to take Dolph Ziggler, so we don't have to keep having that feud.
Well, that's up to Seth. I guess that's up to Seth and his decision making. So head over to SmackDown again.
I would trade away Dolph Ziggler.
We're saving the trades for later, damn it.
Yeah.
Back over to SmackDown.
All right. Let's go with the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
All right.
Staleness.
You look stupid over on SmackDown.
You look stupid.
All right. To complete, round out the top 15 for Raw.
We will pick The Miz.
All right. The homosexual Sith Lord because of whatever the heck he wears.
Because we got The Miz, I will download Maurice and make him his manager. So technically we get Maurice too.
There we go. I guess that's a double bonus, question mark. Back over to SmackDown with its top 15 pick.
All right. Since the cruiserweights are over on Raw, we're going to take a guy that could be a cruiserweight. We're going to go with Dolph Ziggler.
Thank you.
All right, so they are not on the same show as Ziggler and Corbin. So Dolph Ziggler is...
Yes, end that feud now, please.
Oh, wow.
For the time being, will not happen here in the yWc. Back over to Raw yet again. Pick number 16.
Well, I hate to say this, Seth, but you missed out on a pretty good pick for us, SmackDown. So now Raw's gonna pick him up. Another up and coming guy. We're gonna go with Apollo Crews.
All right. Apollo Crews headed to Raw. Oh, spelled his name wrong. Whoops. There we go. Apollo Crews, pick number 16 in Raw. Now over to SmackDown once again with pick 16.
Alright. Roman Reigns might want to be turning in his contract to you guys pretty soon on Raw because he's not going to have his cousins to have his back. The Usos, they're coming to SmackDown.
Aha, very smart pick. The Usos. Uso. Oh, wait, that's Lucha Dragons. Never mind. The Usos.
Good one.
Sean, Sean.
I meant to do that.
Sean doesn't watch wrestling, so he doesn't know who's champion.
No. I actually meant to do that. So, oof. Oh,
hold on, wait.
Pick 17 for Raw. On the clock.
Let's see. We're gonna talk about a tag team of our own. Okay. So then it's unanimous. Now we will go with Golden Truth.
The charismatic Golden Truth headed to Raw.
Yeah, the wannabe tag team known as Book Dust.
Yep. R.I.P. Back over to SmackDown with pick 17 as we start a new page.
Alright, well, I'm hoping he's on a push right now in WWE, and we're going to bring him to SmackDown. It's Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. Not Rooter. Ryder. Not Ryder. Ryder. Pick 17 over to Smacketh Down. Pick 18 now for the Monday Night Raw.
I always like this guy, and WWE always misuse him. I'm gonna go with the real American. We the people pick Jack Swagger.
Weed the people indeed. Jack Swagger over to...
Did you say weed the people?
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Wow.
Weed the people.
That's how
pick
he
number
messed up
18
his
to Raw. Yep. Because he decided to weed the people. Pick number 18 for SmackDown.
Alright, we're gonna go with... Well, yeah, we're gonna go with a guy that could be good in SmackDown. He just has to believe Bo Dallas.
Nice.
We are not going to be doing no hashtag social outcasts for this. That's just a waste of time. So
Heath
Bo
Slater's
Dallas.
not even on the list. I don't even see Heath Slater.
Heath Slater's worthless. Curtis Axel is lucky to be on here, and so is Bo Dallas. So, but his gimmick before was hilarious. So he is going to be on SmackDown. Pick number 18. we're coming out of the wire here. So pick number 19 here for Raw.
It's Michael's turn.
All right. We're going to go. I know he doesn't want it, but I'm gonna pick them anyways. I'm gonna bring the Ascension to Monday Night Raw.
Alrighty, the Ascension.
Yeah, that's
Take
Connor.
the Raw. Connor and Victor, they are terrible in real life.
Yes, I know. That's why I didn't want them.
But they are pick number 19 here for Raw. Now head back over to SmackDown with pick 19.
All right, well, I'm looking at some of these remaining. I think that one that kind of stands out as a top pick out of the remaining ones, we're going to go with the real deal Titus O'Neil.
Boom, real deal Titus O'Neil. A guy who gets suspended for 60 days for pushing Vince.
He's a former Florida Gator. I'm going with him for Florida native Dylan Young, so there you go.
Bam, there we go. Titus O'Neil on SmackDown. Back over to Raw with its 20th pick. And kind of see that things are really starting to wind down here, guys.
Yeah, it really is. I'm trying to see who's left for Raw.
I think there's only one person left. I got to look, but I think there's only one person left.
I think Raw will have to pick. I'm trying to look, actually. Raw
I'm
will
trying to look, too.
choose. I don't see anyone left, really. I think there's only one person that we didn't pick yet, but Seth needs him because we.
$5 off.
I-
What about Breezango?
Chicken strips, right? You said?
Yeah,
but we just
okay.
picked.
Breezango
back
and
two
Curtis
teams,
Axel. Breezango and Curtis Axel. Those I think
Well,
are
you
the
know
last.
what? Raw will go on and take Curtis Axel because Seth really needs another team.
Alrighty. So.
Because we just picked the last two teams.
We need another team. Are you kidding? We got the New Day. We got Enzo.
I was
we got
about to
Wyatt.
say.
What do you mean we need another team?
You have basically a tag team division right there with just
We're
those three
stacked
alone.
right now, man.
Yeah, the
but
tag
we
team.
have
So are we.
We have 4 teams, so if you take the Breezango, then you'll have 4 teams as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4 teams versus 4 teams.
Then I think that's it. I think that's all.
I think you're right.
Well, actually, SmackDown will have 5 teams because the New Day, Enzo and Cass, Wyatt's, Usos, and then the last pick
So then there's one.
will be.
Unless you want to split up Tyler Breeze and.
No. We already confirmed
They
that.
are going to be Breezango. So the rosters are pretty much
that's
even. I
it.
didn't expect that to happen. Yeah. So that's it. The draft is over. So that
I think
means.
it's left less than 40 minutes, probably about half an hour.
All right. Well, we definitely made time.
It could be the hour and a half mark.
Yep, we smashed that. So now, Seth versus Trent and Michael. You guys will have 15 minutes to negotiate any trades you want to possibly do, and that time starts right now.
The only thing that I see that I'm actually interested in on SmackDown is actually, honestly, I'm trying to see like the rest of the list. Honestly, because we got a pretty good stable right now. The only thing that I don't agree with on SmackDown is Kane, but that's just me. I need to hear Michael's opinion though.
I was hoping you'd pick Kane for Monday Night Raw, but
I was going to. I was going to, but I'll try to get like some of the new guys first.
Seth, we'll trade you right back for Kane.
Well, as I'm looking right now, as far as Kane's concerned, there's only really pretty much 3 people I can see that I'd be willing to trade Kane for. 2 of which I'm pretty sure are out the window anyway. But, and and I'm looking mostly at like since Kane was number 12, I'm trying to look like from 12 down as well.
Wait, I just remembered we have 5 teams as well. Raw does because I forgot about the Dudleys. So it's 5
Yeah.
on 5. So it's 5 on 5 for teams.
Well, that's perfect then.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so the tag teams are solid. So yeah, I was right.
I'd say basically well, actually, now it's down to 2 people that I would be interested in. One of them would possibly be Apollo Crews. The other one, potentially would be, who was it? I forgot. Hang on, I gotta look here again at my list and look at that list.
Scroll down,
You
Sean.
can
so
cut the tension with a knife.
Scroll down, Sean, so
Mhm.
Seth can see the rest of his list.
Yeah, the only two people I can see that I would be interested in trading Kane over for would be either Baron Corbin or Apollo Crews.
I'm willing to give up Apollo Crews for Kane.
Yeah. So then that would be a decent trade then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so both sides agree.
Yeah, Apollo Crews for Kane.
All right, so Kane headed back over, or headed to Raw. Apollo Crews headed to SmackDown now.
And it fits out pretty well too because now basically both brands have a monster, like a giant in a way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. SmackDown will have Rusev and we'll have Kane.
Okay, so about 12 minutes here, guys. You guys want to negotiate any more trading? Possibly, maybe even like I would guess you say the main eventers, so to speak. Would you possibly want to negotiate trading there?
No, I think Raw main eventers are pretty solid. You know,
Okay, what about?
on that list I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, roughly 9 people who could all be considered WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Is there anybody, and I'm just throwing this out there, and if there's nobody, then that's fine. Is there anybody that you'd be willing to negotiate for Finn Balor?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I thought I'd ask just in case. I kind of figured he was one of the untouchable picks.
Yeah.
Yep, the hot commodities, I guess you can say.
Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, and Samoa Joe are all off limits.
Okay.
All right, so
I guess that's pretty much it.
I think SmackDown's pretty much set.
I figured you probably won't trade for Brock Lesnar
No, Lesnar's sticking here.
or Sami Zayn.
Nope, Zayn's staying too.
I was gonna offer up the Miz.
No thanks.
yeah, that's a weak trade. So, does that leave everyone happy-go-lucky with their picks?
Yeah, I think so.
we have a total of Raw has a total of 31 people, and then SmackDown has a total of 35 because they have a couple extra divas. Then we do cruiserweights.
Well, are you?
Technically, we have
You're also not figuring the fact that
I just
the
thought about-
Wyatt family is a 4-person faction.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the factions right now, the club, they're 3 people. New Day is 3 people.
Well, you know what I mean, though, roughly around there. Plus,
So I would say, yeah, both rosters are pretty even.
Raw has a 6 tag team since we have the cruiserweights and we have the Lucha Dragons.
Right. I think if I'm looking at this correctly, I think SmackDown has a 5-person advantage because they got 4 more divas than cruiserweights, and then I'm pretty sure for the factions and everything in the tag teams, everything pretty much equals out with the exception of there being 4 members of the Wyatts versus the club. So I think there's either 5 or 6 people in it for the difference.
Technically, you get stuck with the crummy Eva Marie. assuming she's gonna go. She's just gonna be like the least. She's gonna be your jobber diva, isn't she? You can either confirm or deny.
All right, so I think that should.
Mama carry one.
If you guys
Mama carry
are,
one.
I
you
think
guys
we're
are
all
good.
satisfied.
We're all happy and jolly with our picks.
I believe so. Yeah.
I guess that'll wrap things up here for the draft. I guess we'll stay here for a little bit, and I guess I'll go ahead and explain how, like this is actually all going to go down now that we actually have the draft assembled and all the rosters assembled.
We're all
I better delete Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura off of NXT. So there will be 22 NXT guys, I think. 23. Yep, 23 NXT superstars, and then whatever else for Raw and SmackDown. So, okay, so that will wrap things up with the draft. Here's another Word document. There's just the rules. Here are what the titles are going to look like. All of these, by the way, are fake it to clear things up. Once again, I'll add these in here. Raw will get the Raw will get the Cruiserweight Championship, and SmackDown will get the Women's Championship. And now that I should say this because both of the tag team divisions are basically split even down the line, should we have 2 tag team belts or 1?
Seth was asking that earlier.
Really? Oh, I guess I didn't hear him, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was when you were away. Yeah, he was asking about that. I mean, it's safe to say we all got 5 tag teams, so I think we should do that. I think we should split the tag teams.
Split the tag team belts. Trent, what do you say? What do you think we should do? Should we split them up?
Trent had to leave.
Okay.
And Seth's not here at the moment either.
So, I think for the sake of just not trying to have both teams on both shows and have them exclusive, I think we'll just go ahead and we will do the Raw Tag Team Championships, which will be the tag team, and then the yWc World Tag Team Championships.
Yeah,
Also, we're having 2 different tag team divisions. Okay.
2 different tag team champions. So that way, it keeps them more exclusive, I guess you can say. So, okay, let's see. The pay-per-views for what we're going to be doing, that is not true. Raw and SmackDown will not host one pay-per-view a month. It'll be conjoined for 1 month. For now, we could go to 1 pay-per-view a month for each brand later on down the line, but for now it's going to be all just like it was before. And then NXT takeover events will happen pretty much like they do in real life, every other couple of months or so. Just to keep them special. And then that's pretty much it. All the titles, got all the superstars and in their places, so I think we're ready to get this bad boy started. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a lot of work to do on my WWE before we can actually start.
Alrighty, so
Once I get the roster, both the SmackDown and Raw rosters, I'll be able to download who I need and then get it all set up.
alright, so I guess we'll be with the lasting impression of all the rosters, Raw and SmackDown. Definitely looking very interesting. Definitely going to be seeing lots of competition between the brands. Should be very interesting. And I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for today's stream.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, the first episode. Well, before we go off the air, the first episode. Michael, if you possibly wanted to do the first episode tomorrow of Raw.
I said I have a lot of work to do.
Okay, then we might have to wait till next week.
Yeah, we might have to wait till next week, or maybe I might be able to have it done by Monday. I'll let Shawn know, and
Ready?
Shawn will let everybody else know.
Okay. I actually might just be able to do NXT and have that premiere before the actual main roster does. So
That would
that way
have
we
to
can
be
get
fine.
it off
And
and
then-
going with that.
Seth, I'll let you know when I have everything ready, and then you can just send me your list, send me your card for SmackDown.
Okay.
All right, so we are good to go. So I don't know how many people are tuning into this, but for those who are, that's going to wrap things up from here today in the YouTube Wrestling Coalition WWE 2K16 video game draft. I am, once again, Shawn Henley, along with my other management partners, Steph and Michael, and then Trent and Dylan, who are currently MIA. So, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you. We'll put out an announcement very soon of when the first episode of Raw and SmackDown will be, and I'll also put out a news flash again today of when NXT will be. So,
Also, you gotta be
pretty much all I got to say.
Not every episode will be video. Sometimes it'll just be picture recaps.
Yep. That will be the case for.
But all the pay-per-views will be video.
Right.
Yep. All of them will be recorded. So that is that. So, any last words for you guys before we sign out? Finally.
No, not really. We basically got everybody that we planned to for this draft, so I'm pretty happy.
Seth, when I do for Smack, I'll tell you this when we can go off air.
Okay. So that'll do it.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.